Back, everyone. This is Toe to Toe Boxing Talk with your man James, of course, and let's get right into it. Look, I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. I mean, what did you guys expect? The 58-year-old Mike Tyson knocking out a 27-year-old Jake Paul? Come on now, let's be realistic. I knew the fight was going to go the way that it eventually went. Jake Paul, used his jab to stay on the outside, disrupted Mike's rhythm, and Mike just didn't get off, honestly. He didn't throw a lot of punches. He didn't land as much. He looked like a shot fighter. Like he looked like a 58-year-old. I know people, especially the casual fans, were, excited, going into this fight, seeing all the videos, all the, the hype up, the build up on Netflix, and seeing, Mike Tyson training, and, he looked physically in good shape, but training and fighting for 2 minutes a round is totally different, especially when you're being hit at the same time. It's totally different. Anybody can look good training. Like the late great Bruce Lee said, you can look good hitting the bag, but bags don't hit back. Bags do not hit back, man. And I didn't fall for the banana in the tailpipe whatsoever. Seeing Mike Tyson training and seeing the hype and all that, and seeing him, selling the fight, because he's the master at selling a big fight. That's one thing he can do. He can sell the shit out of a fight. But when it comes time to fight, and when the lights are on, he doesn't show up. He doesn't show up. And I got the utmost respect for Mike Tyson. He's a legend in the game. One of the biggest, sports figures in boxing ever. It's just sad that, this fight was sanctioned, and that the loss to Jake Paul is going to go down on his record. So now he's 50-7. It's just sad, man. I felt that all in all, I felt the event was broadcasted poorly by Netflix. Netflix had months in advance to prepare for something like this, to broadcast it to, to millions and millions of people all over the world, and they failed miserably. In my end, it lagged several times. I was frustrated with that. I felt that the undercard was, for the most part, trash. Like I said before, the best fight was the women fight between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. That was the best fight of the night. Both women, they performed great. They took a lot of punishment, though. They took a lot of punishment, but it was a nick and tuck. It was a barn burner, like I mentioned. I felt that Amanda Serrano did enough to win, but she was once again robbed. Katie Taylor led a lot with her head, causing a gruesome cut to Amanda Serrano's eye. But once again, politics, becomes a big part in boxing, and the politics, took its toll in the fight, and Katie Taylor wound up being the victor. But I thought both women fought great, and they showed great heart, grit, and will. And I want to see a third fight. But aside from that, that was like the highlight of the night, because the main event between Jake Paul and Tyson was just underwhelming, man. It was a sad, sad fight. Now I'm glad that Mike got his money. He was guaranteed $20 million, probably more. We'll see what happens with the back end, but he got his money, and I'm glad that Jake Paul gave him the opportunity to get his money. But something like this, man, it's sad. It's sad. We shouldn't see our legends resort to something this low, And Mike, being one of the greatest, pugilists in the history of boxing, for him to lose to a YouTuber, it's sad, man. It's sad. Regardless of what, I didn't see Mike coming into this fight. how Mike was going to win. Honestly, I didn't see how Mike was going to win. Excuse me. I just feel like, Father Time is undefeated for a reason. Point blank period, man. No matter if you were the baddest man on the planet 30 something years ago, you're still 58 years old. And Mike had, a health scare 6 months ago when he had to undergo 8 blood transfusions. He lost 25 pounds. He was dealing with a lot of ailments, and it just showed, man. He just looked lackluster, didn't throw as much, and moving forward, I do not want to see Mike in the boxing ring ever again, at all. Unless it's to promote a fight, yes, but actually put on the gloves and fight, no. I got so much respect for Mike, and I don't want to see him, experience anything like that ever again. Kudos to Jake Paul for giving him the opportunity. And Jake Paul held back a lot. We all know Jake Paul held back because he had opportunities to get Mike out of there, but he didn't. And I respect that. And plus, he knew that if he was going to knock out Mike Tyson, a whole plethora of boxers, especially former boxers, were going to come after him. So he played it smart. But I felt the event was trash, and it didn't move the needle forward for boxing. Like I said, it wouldn't, But you guys, let me know what you think. If you like this video, subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Until next time, this is Toe to Toe Boxing Talk with your man James, signing out.